This is a strategy on moving average crossover and Fibonacci. The aim of the strategy is to make the accuracy of moving average crossover much better. So as we all know, moving average crossover is a strategy in which if the faster moving line, so in this case the blue line which you see at the bottom, when it goes up, generally people buy it, and when it comes down, that is when people sell it. But as you can see, if you take just the moving average, a lot of times what will happen, most of the profits will not come, because by the time it comes down, the profits are already evaporated. So that's the first issue. And second issue is, a lot of times moving average will give you a lot of extra trades which are very loss making. So let me show you some trades. So if you see here, if we go through our moving average only, so let me first show you the settings. So this is a normal moving average crossover with 12 and 26, and I'm using the 30 minutes time frame, and I'm using Nifty as of now. So if you see here, this is where the moving average crossover happened. Basically the blue line went above the orange line, so we will buy somewhere here. But generally what will happen, people will wait for the moving average crossover to come down and they will exit here. So as you can see, most of the profits are already gone. Only small profit is left. Next we get another entry which is here, which is somewhere here, and we get an exit here. So this is actually a loss making trade. Because we are buying at a higher price and selling at a lower price. Again, you can see another entry coming here, which is right at the top, and then we have to sell here. So again, this is a loss making trade. And similarly, you will notice that the big problem with MACD is that it will give you a lot of extra trades. So this is what we want to reduce. We don't want to take so many extra trades, and for that reason we are going to use the Fibonacci. So let me show you how that works now. So once you get the moving average crossover, so once we get this crossover, we have to then add the Fibonacci. So I am adding the Fibonacci. It's actually the Fibonacci retracement tool. And what we have to do is we have to click the swing low to swing high. Now, what does a swing mean? Anywhere where you see like a V shape. So this is like a V shape. This becomes a swing low. Similarly, this is an opposite V. So this becomes a swing high. Similarly, this is a V shape. So this becomes a swing low. And this is an opposite swing. So this becomes a swing high. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to create different swing high and swing lows. And based on that, we will take the entry, whether we want to take the trade or not. So now what we are going to do is, once we have created all our swings, we will add the Fibonacci. So I'm clicking Fibonacci retracement, and I'm clicking one of the swing lows to the swing high. So this was one of the swing highs. And once I've clicked it, let me also show you the settings of Fibonacci. So here I'm using all these levels: 0.382, 0.5, 0.618 and 1. Only these levels are required: 0.382, 0.5, 0.618 and 1. So once I do that, you will notice that all these lines will come automatically. Now what we are trying to see is that when it gets the crossover, we are not taking the entry right then. If you see here, we are getting the crossover here, but that would have given us an entry right at the top. We are waiting for the right time. We are waiting for the stock to come down and take a support on one of these three levels which are in the middle. So if the stock takes a support, that means it comes here and waits at the same price and then tries to go up. This is the best time to take an entry. So we can take the entry at the closing price here. This can be our buying entry. And then we will not trade based on the moving average. Once you've taken the entry, our exit will be either 1:1 or 1:2. So that means we can take an exit somewhere here, this line here, and then whatever is that profit, let's say this is half the exit, the second exit can come here, which is 1:2 exit. So this is how you will take the exits. And as you will notice, the stop loss is very small. The stop loss in this case is actually your previous swing. So this was a previous swing. So this becomes the stop loss. This becomes the stop loss. This becomes the entry. and our exit is firstly this line, the line at the top, which is coming automatically when we make the Fibonacci. This is the first exit, the first target, and the second target can be either 1:1 or 1:2 risk to reward, which in this case will be somewhere here. So that is our first trade. Let us see if we get any other trades. So I'm just removing these drawings. Now let us see if we get more trades. So we can see here that the moving average crossover has actually given us the entry, but we have to check, are we getting any entry as per Fibonacci also. So again, we'll try to create Fibonacci levels here. So again, we click from low level to the high level, and you can see that this is not taking a support right at the correct place. So we are going to skip this trade now. So we are going to skip this trade because the low is not exactly at that level, and that is why we are going to skip this trade. That means we will not take this entry, and that is very good because we did not get the loss. Similarly, let us check if we get any other entry. Our next entry as per just the moving average would have come here, but again, if you see, did we get a trade based on Fibonacci also? So we can put the lines from this place to, let's say, this place, and you can see again that the levels have been broken very clearly. So again, we are not able to take any trades. So basically, when we add the Fibonacci levels, if the stock is not taking support exactly at one of these three levels, we are not going to take an entry because that entry is not a perfect entry for us. So this is a good strategy because we are getting confirmation from two sides. First, the moving average crossover, and then also the Fibonacci. If it is getting the support, only then we are going to take the entry. So let us check the last example also if we are getting any entry here. So this is the last place where moving average crossover happened, somewhere here. So let's try to see if we get an entry based on Fibonacci also. Again, I'm adding Fibonacci. I'm clicking the bottom point right till the top here, and you can notice that no, we still did not get an entry. We still did not get an entry. So it's fine. We are not getting entry from here, but let us see if we get an entry if we move this to another swing. So if we move it to another swing, still we are not getting entry. Let's try to move it to the third swing. Still we are not getting an entry. Let's move it to the fourth swing, and still we are not getting any entry because it has not taken the support on these lines. So we are not going to take this trade. So I hope this is clear. We have to check for any swing which works. If it works, we are going to take the entry. If both the moving average crossover happens and the low touches one of these three lines and takes a support. If not, we are going to skip the entry because that entry is not probably the perfect entry.